the stainless steel columns. Here we have a basic base 33 placed into the design. We are now going to add a curved glass countertop onto this base 33 with the stainless steel columns. We once again will use the floor user shape, bring it out to the design. In this case we're going to create the columns first. I'm going to create a 6" by 6" column and make it 6 inches high. I'm going to click on my textures, click on the non-wood textures, hit select, click on the metal. Let's go ahead and choose this first one here. We'll create a stainless steel column like this. Now I'm going to go ahead and right click here, go to edit. I'm going to right click on the point, click round, and actually come up here and set this point at 3 inches. Now once that's set, I can round the other ones without setting them. They're going to go ahead and connect right at the 3 inches. This is actually a fairly big column, but this is the look we're going to go for on this one here. Once you've escaped from the user shape, you can now right click on the user shape, go to up down. In this case we're going to set it to 36 inches off the floor. I'm going to right click on it, choose copy, and create a duplicate user shape here. Create a duplicate user shape over here. We're going to move this one to here. These are obviously very big columns in this design. Now we're going to create the glass top to fit on these columns. To do so, you simply use the floor user shape again, drag it out to the design. In this case, I'm going to set it on top of the glass column here. I'm going to right click on the user shape, go to up down. I'm going to set these at 42 inches off the floor. Right click on the user shape again, go to edit. I'm going to go ahead and modify this to the size that we want it. Create the corners like we did last time by adding the points. Drag the user shape out this way. As you can see, it puts dimensions in there automatically. Now I can actually grab the user shape here and go around the corners to whatever I need. If you notice in the edit box, again, it does give you the size. In this case, I'm just going to use the mouse to kind of set these corners. And actually round all the corners. As you can see, it's very easy to use. Let's go around the inside corner of this one here. Now to create this as a glass piece, I can simply exit out of here, double click on here, and on the texture what I can do is I can set this transparency at 75%. Now I can come in here and click on my non-wood user shapes, clicked on select. I'm going to choose a paint color, in this case a blue, grab the blue and it's going to create a blue piece of glass. I click on OK, click on OK. Now it created this as a user shape. Obviously you'd want to do a different shape than this, but this is what you can do. You can also control the thickness of the glass if you want as well. In this case I'm going to do it at 3/4 inch. Now we'll view this user shape to see what it looks like. As you can see from this view, it does create a very realistic looking piece of glass. Obviously these columns would be a lot smaller, they'd be about 2 inches, but I did these purposely so you can see how the user shape is transparent. In this next section, we're going to draw glass panels. These glass panels can be used for shower stalls and other items. Once again, to use a glass panel, you use a floor user shape. You drag it out to the design, go ahead and place it in the design, double click on it. In this case I'm going to make the width 1 inches. I'm going to go ahead and make the depth at 30 inches. I'm going to leave the height at actually 84 inches. I'm going to click on the texture. Again, you set the transparency. In this case, we're going to do a different color glass. We're going to hit select. I'm going to come in here and click on the paint. We're going to go into a red color. I'm going to do a red piece of glass. Click on OK. Click on OK. What that did, it set this user shape into the design. I can move it in and out so it fits on the design correctly. I can right click on this user shape, click on copy, place it into this area here. What this did, it created 2 glass panels. Now we'll go ahead and view these to see what they look like. As you can see from this view, it creates 2 glass panels. Very realistic very realistic looking glass panels. Many of our users have wanted to know how to draw a raised countertop. In this section, we're going to cover how to do that. In this example, we've created a pony wall or half wall with a base 42 and a countertop on it. Now we're going to go ahead and add a countertop to the top of this wall. To do this, you once again go to the user shapes. Again, you drag the floor user shape out to the design. You can place it in the placement zone. Right click to move it in and out. Again, right click on the floor user shape, go to edit. Create the size of the user shape that you need. Again, once you get to the size you want, go ahead and escape out of that. Double click on the user shape. Create the thickness. In this case, we're going to do it in a 2.5 inch thick countertop. Click on texture. Now I can match it to the countertop if I wanted to by clicking on as countertop, and it's going to match it to the same color as the countertop. I can match it to the cabinetry by choosing my cabinet line. Now that is matched to the cabinetry, if you want to do a wood top in this case. Or I can come in here and actually select a tile top if that's what I wanted to do. If I wanted to match the backsplash we had in there earlier, we could do that, or a different type of tile, in this case a type of travertine or something like that. Once I choose the OK, it actually places the countertop on there in the texture that we chose. Now we'll view that in 3D. But before viewing this in 3D, we do have to do one more step. We want to right click on the countertop, choose the up-down, type in the height of that countertop, in this case 40.5 inches, and then we can view this in 3D. As you can see in this example, it does create the 2.5 inch thick top with the tile raised to the height that we chose. Now we're going to view some user shape examples and samples that have been put together. In this view, the user shape was used for many things. The tub deck with the step was a user shape. This wall was a user shape. All the metal you see in the design is a user shape on the top and bottom here, as well as the towels. The towels were actually created in a user shape, as well as the piece here to match the cabinet. In this example, again, the metal is used. It is a user shape. The tub deck and the step, and again the towels are a user shape, as well as the backsplashes on the wall. As you notice, it is all matching because we've actually used the same texture on every user shape. In this example, we did a post and beam ceiling in this user shape. We also did the surround around the stove as a user shape and added a piece of molding around the front of it and resized the molding to create the mantle look. We've also created the tops and the backsplashes to match the user shape. In this example, the glass doors are the user shape. The bench in the shower is a user shape. The curb is a user shape. The actual water in the tub is actually a user shape. This wall back here is a user shape, as well as the hinges and handles are all the user shapes. So as you can see, you can do quite a bit with the user shape to create a very realistic looking design. In this example, there are many user shapes being used here. This is actually a stack of 5 user shapes. You have a shape here, one here with the cutout in it, one here with this cutout in it, and then the last user shape here. We've also created a user shape with the tile inside and the countertop to match this curved user shape here. In this example, the user shape was used for the glass countertop, the columns, the glass shelves, the back of the cabinets, here, here, and here, the black, the backsplash, as well as the curved wall on the back of the island to match the cabinetry. As you can see, the user shape is a very powerful tool and can create a very realistic looking kitchen for your customers that can help you sell more jobs. For more information about the user shapes or anything about ProKitchen, please call us at 617-868-5151, extension 1, and one of our account managers would be more than happy to explain how to use a user shape and more features about the program.